Unique Grant County with us this morning, the 20th day of September 1983. We pronounce his name Pete Patrician, but I think probably it isn't quite right. That's pretty much anglicized, I think, isn't it?
That's right, Pete Patrician. I know it can be changed different direction.
Oh, all right, fine. He's had some unpleasant experiences and a very active life, and he has a unique story to tell us that's going to be important to everyone who sees and hears it, because we don't value our freedoms in this country as much as Pete does, and we need to know how he feels about that. Could you tell us where you're born and about your early life?
I was born in 1919 in Ukraine country. And 1914 war and divided our Ukraine country in two zones. I've been in the Polish zone and my wife been in the Russia zone. When 1939 war come in, I've been 14 years old, and I go away from close to the Finland, work as one engineer in a farm and study the engineer. And 1939 war, then Hitler hit Ukraine. Why they all time wanted war in the Europe, Ukraine country? They call them breadbasket in the world. That was right now in the United States, rich for wheat. The wheat come from our country, from Ukraine. After the 1939 war, I'll come back home. I rode bicycle 500 kilometers back home. It's just about 500 kilometers when I've been. And after that, the communists started to take off. And I've been on the ground fight communism and Hitlerism. And I spent it, Nazi got me 2 years in the prison.
Where were you prisoned?
Stalag 17. You heard that on the television.
Yes, but I don't think it was like that.
I've been just crossed the road. I've been different. So American soldiers, they have a Red Cross and all that kind of packages. But when I've been, they no kind. There have been 28,600 men, 2 years, 5,700 men left, buried like sardines. And after war, I applied to go to the United States. Of course, they're different story up there. Like I said, it take 2-3 days. I can tell you everything. I know it. But after prisoner, I work in a German manufacturer, like the mechanical shop.
Like what?
Mechanical shop. I met my wife in Germany. And we get married. I got the 2 children. You know, Yaroslav and Maria. Now I got the father, she born here in the United States. But alive, like in America, American people and American children, no respect parents, no respect to older people, no respect his own country. Unnaturalized citizen, by 19 years ago. I'll be proud to American citizen. But like I see, my life point of view, what I've been go through it, I don't know how long America will last like that for young generation. Young generation, I don't know what I can tell you. I hate to tell, lots of people get mad.
Well, we want it just like it is.
Yeah, but you know, I have a little business. I hate it when people say, "Oh, Pete, no good for nothing."
I've never heard anybody say that. I think the whole community is proud of you.
Now, I can go back. In 1939, 1940, when I come back, 1940 from close to Finland, call them White Russia, close to White Russia. Last time I see my brother, sister, and mama, last time in 1940. My brother, I see him when he was 9 years old. Since then, I don't see him. I got the niece still home in the Ukraine country, and I got the aunt in Poland. And niece going to the Poland, visit her, and wrote me, Uncle Pete, you brought in Siberia penitentiary.
Why?
Why? America don't know yet. Our government, federal, state, and local, and American people don't know what that means communist. Now, maybe right now to wake up, but they shoot civilian plane. But that's not my business.
Okay. Why don't you describe the country to us? What it looked like? Was it mountainous?
I live close to Carpathian Mountain. From the Black Sea, just about 600 miles northeast. They're hilly, but they're still hilly, and they raise a wheat and a vegetable and all kinds of it. But farther from the southwest, southeast, the flat country, just flat. But people know rich like me, you have a farmer rich in here, say 2,000-3,000 acres, and he's still grappling. Well, they're the biggest farmer there, 60 acres.
And farmed intensively.
Right, but when he has 60 acres, he has 3 pair of horses to work in the land. But in here, in America, that's the easy. American people have the easiest life on the earth. And American people don't appreciate what they got.
Very few.
And we want to say, ask me something.
Alrighty.
No.
Was religion any factor in the overthrow of your country?
You mean communism?
Uh-huh.
Oh, lady, no. Oh, no. That's first thing communists doing when they take over country. Don't make no difference. Catholic priest, Lutheran, Protestant, first thing they take away go in Siberia. Rich farmer, politician, lawyer, smart people, they take away. Of course, in my country, they never have so many religions. And here in the United States, they have 490 different denomination religion. We don't have that. We have Greek Catholic and Roman Catholic.
And the first thing they do is do away with that.
Once in a while, we got Lutheran, like Anagram, or Baptist. But they know spread it all over, like in here, first time when I come to this country, they kind of, my eyes pop out. Church, 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 church. In Ulysses, Kansas, they have 39 churches.
Well, not quite. How did this begin? Besides the religion and removing the leaders, how did it affect families?
You mean preacher family or the?
No, just
no,
ordinary
ordinary.
Your family.
That's hard. They're hard. The old churches in my hometown, old churches, they destroy it and make theater, lives together. Take the cross down from the top of the building and everything. Oh, I can't explain it.
Okay, what difference did it make in your home life?
Home life, no electricity, dirt floor, roof, straw, adobe houses. That's the life.
I think you had a conversation with someone else one time about gun registration. Can you tell us how you feel about that?
No, that's the point. Like I come to that priest and the preacher and all the smart people communists take away to Siberia, penitentiary. But against the right, I study American law and the Constitution. America better wake up. Not just America, but American people better wake up. I don't agree with gun control. That happened 1938, 37, 38, to take all the gun from our people. Now, you know, having a gun was what you fight. Hammer and sickle, a screwdriver. That's right now, and here in the United States, a lot of them churches. But them churches I don't agree. They don't believe the United States Constitution, they don't believe the flag. There's some of them religion against the gun control. You know, who some of them in this country, communists do that. Might be in our government, might be our community, to gun control. When I want to kill you, then I don't need a gun. I take the shoestring and I choke her.
Well, please don't.
No, but I just say it. I don't kill nobody, but that's the reason. Yes. Or that get the needle and the ice pick, walk behind you and knock you in the head. I can kill you. I don't have to have a gun. But in this country, who's got the right? Criminals have a right. But honest people don't have a right. Like I watched the television many times, that was interesting. Men shoot the man, murder. It's like a lot of family. They have everything open. Now they keep them 7 years. Who's paid for that? Taxpayer paid to keep them alive. And second one was his name when they sell it secret atom to the Russian. You remember that?
Yes.
No, the Jewish name.
I can't remember.
You see, that's the problem. It's like I heard in the television, like the airplane, and one senator or congressman say, communists will control the whole earth. I agree with that, and when a congressman and senator read the book of Revelation, they're clear, wide open. I tried to destroy it. I destroyed the 7-head beast. 5-head beast. But the 7-head beast is still alive, and that's earth. That 7-head beast will control the whole earth. That's mean communism.
Okay, just for people who listen to this in the future, the plane that you're talking about was a Korean airline passenger plane that was shot down by the Russians with the loss of 269 lives just about 2 weeks ago. Okay, I just, you know, when you don't explain something like that, people are not sure what you're talking about when you get on down the line away.
Yeah, that's right, that's right. That's why. See, sometimes you go in New York City, you get lost, turn off in the wrong street. Send the pilot in the air that's in Siberia by Kamchatka, there may be smoke and there's fog. Might be instrument no work right, but still there's no right to shoot the civilian plane. They can sat in the ground, force him sat in the ground, and find out they're spy or what.
We'll find that out, I guess, when
May never find
the
it.
little black box is found, if it's found by the United States.
Yeah, but to find it by the United States, but to find it by Russia, America don't know nothing.
Okay,
You just give me a question, I can answer it.
okay. Tell us what the conditions were like in Stalag 17. What kind of a building were you in?
Barrack, just a barrack. One barrack, 600 men in one barrack. Lay down on the floor like sardines. I got lots of friends up there, but I wake up in the morning, hey John, wake up. He dead. Second one, he dead. Every day, 200-300 men carry it outside. In the morning, they give you, I call them in that country, I call them tumbleweeds, tea. No sugar, no nothing, no bread. Down about 10 o'clock, they give you bread by, oh, I imagine 6 to 8 inches round for 12 men. 12 men, you take a little bread, maybe you can see it that way, you're not sure. Well, like they ran, cut into 12 pieces. But that bread ball like that tall, have to wait for a scale, you know, 2 rope and scale supposed to be exactly. Well, you just bite it one and that's it. By 2 o'clock, they give you soup. A little cup like, call them an artichoke, hard artichoke little glass. Soup for a whole day. That's it. You starve it. But when you, that bread you got, you can get that piece of bread at the hand market. Now you can trade meat, or you can trade bread, anything you want. You can trade gold. But one time, I lay down with my buddy. He said, Peter, how about me going to get that one piece of bread and go in the market, prisoner market, and trade for meat? Well, I tell him, what kind of them meat? Oh, I tell him, some of them, the men say, some of them work in the depot. Maybe they got the meat of cat or the dog. But anyhow, we go both sides and trade meat and come back. And that man sat up there on the floor, and he looked like a monkey in a piece of bread, piece of meat. He said, Peter, something wrong with the meat. I said, what's wrong with the meat? They already cooked. No. I said, what do you know about that meat? He said, I'm doctor. I said, I never see that kind of meat. I said, what do you want to do? Get back? Now I want to go to a German office, because I speak German. I'm interpreter. And I want to find out what kind of they mean. And I go to the gate, I ask guard, and the guard said, all right, we go to the office to take us to the city. Analysis. They've been human meat. Human meat. What happened, they come from the front line, fat man, and he don't last very long in the prison. You know, fat. He don't last very long. When that died, they take the special barrack, and 12 men going up there and get it from the hips, from the with good meat, cook and sell it. Trade for the bread, trade for some bread. And there, we go back, talk to captain, German captain. He said, all right, you can have a loaf of bread, and that guy, my friend, have a loaf of bread, and we trade the meat. And the trade meat, I mean, no, eat the meat. We find out what kind is the meat. And you get the name, get the man faces and name. One day, we already got that. Most of the doctors do that. They called all the men in the line, and all about 19,000 soldiers, you know, prisoner, lined it in the line, and called them men will cook human meat to give to the prisoner. And line it in line, 12 men, most of them Russian men, do that. Get the meat from the human, cook and eat it. To sell it, they don't eat it. Well, the cabinet asked what we supposed to do with that kind of prisoner, eat the prisoner. Just about one voice, kill him. And they spread it out, and this machine gun and killed all the 12. The most of Russian prisoner, used to be Russian soldier.
All right, how did you get out of the prison camp?
I've been in Austria, Vienna, in the prison. I met one Polish lady. She was girls prisoner. And I told her to write to my uncle. And my uncle, Catholic priest. And he wrote to German. Because I'm no communist, because I fight about that. You have to lie a little bit too. I'm no communist. But still it took me 2 years sat in the prison. After that, I go move to the native camp, Stalag 17. And from Stalag 17 to get the war crew. War crew been 26 men working in the little community. Some of them work in the farm. Some of them were working in the machine shop, and I work in the blacksmith shop. I was interpreter, and again was them 22 men. Then one night, officer come in and said, "Pete, out. You go back to Stalag 17. I said, "Man, I don't want to go. I got good life was the old man blacksmith shop. I don't want to go back." He said, "No, you go in civilian." I tell him, "You lie." Well, anyhow, you know, I don't can do nothing about it. Well, I go Stalag 17 again, sat up there rotting for 2 months again. One day, by 9 o'clock in the morning, called me in the speaker, "Pete Petrasian, come to the main office." I come in up there, and I just sat up there. "Wait, for what?" Why, 10:30, lady come in, short, ugly, German lady. Said, "Peter, that's your boss, that's your paper, you're going civilian." He wrote the train, come up there, already separated and everything, mashed potato or some kind of potato, and she said, "Eat, eat." I said, "No, I don't want to eat. When my stomach, little tiny one, when I eat so much, I would be dead." Well, then, when I worked for the lady, carry a coal in a sack to the farmer in the city. But I was so tired, I quit up there too. You know, can quit in Germany, but I quit anyhow. I stay in the police department, and I go in there to farm work. I stay week. In the farm, because I met already, I've been, for there was that lady 8 months, and I met my wife already. I have to ride train by 89 kilometers. In the train, how far I can go, 30 kilometers. That's the 30 kilometers, 25 mile I can go out from 10 to 10. I told her, wrote her, whatever, you know, come on Saturday and met me by the picture show. I would be in a escape somewhere. You never seen me last time. She come in and I wrote the train. I've been miserable. Gestapo and everything else. Well, I don't want to say I'm smart, but I have an angle I can go away. Then that's in the Oberschlesien by the Baltic Sea. When the Russians started to approach the company when I work, and my wife work, same company, me moved to Prague, Czechoslovakia, Prague. That started to hit the bump in Prague. Me started to move to Bavaria. That side, Danube River, because the boss who I work for them, he knows what they will be divide Germany. And he want to save himself and want to save the people. Me just about to open a shop right there, but Danube River, I don't want to name a city, I can name it, Plattling, Regensburg, Nuremberg. That started to hit, bomb again. Now, that's the way I come here to the United States, the American zone.
How did you meet your wife? The first time you saw her?
That's the very interesting, how you met your husband.
Well, I can tell you. It's not very interesting.
The same, when I work up there for that lady, and she got her boss, her mama, and she stayed with the mama was the 3 children. She had been housekeeper. Sometimes she go and by me, by the city park. When I was her, that's where she go.
Okay. Where were you married?
married in Germany, and our 2 children born in Germany. Yeah, absolutely.
How did you learn English?
I never been in school, I tell you that true, lady. When I come to the United States, I know, okay, very goodbye. Say my wife, say my two children. Children have a problem when they go to school, they don't know one language. Start a kindergarten here, but right now my kids, son was doctor degree.
I know, he's a very brilliant person.
And Dora, oldest Dora, she IBM computer, she in Los Angeles, son in Tucson. A younger Dora, she born here in Ulysses, Graham County. She X-ray technician, KU Medical Center.
Well, you must be very proud of it.
I'm proud, I come to this country and I'm proud I raised our kids right. No drug, no marijuana. Sometimes when you have a party, you drink a little bit hot juice.
Hadn't heard it called that before. Okay. All right. Tell us about where did you come first in the United States?
Okay, I will start from beginning when I go through that processing to come to the United States. Take a long time, take me a whole year, my wife and me, from one office to the next office. Check me from my big toe to my crazy brain. Political and everything else. I got a little rupture. I don't can go to the United States. I have to operate it first. I figure America don't have no kind of diseases in here. Because our boy been 4, a girl 3. Excuse me, that little bud that been blue and red was all kinds of shot. And I figured they don't have disease in here in the United States. But I go through everything. But when I'm already here in the United States, and as say Vietnam War, it's most to gripe me. When President Ford at the time being, war over, he just loaded them Vietnamese in his ship, no check the background, no check the diseases, no check nothing. Thousands and thousands there, and drop it in here in the United States. There come a lot of communists, lots of diseases. Say when I don't agree with Cuba, that bunch of criminals. And America, you just guys come in. I don't agree with that. I've been so mad, take me whole years. I got a little rupture, I can go to the United States, I have to operate it. Now they Vietnamese and Cuban just loaded, and our government said, all right, it's free country, come. Now I'm 65, and somehow on their welfare and a food stamp, I still have to support them. I don't agree with that. You want to tell you last time when I don't agree here in Ulysses? Yeah, last week I go buy milk and bread, and in front of me, fancy lady, high heel, oh, I imagine it looks like 4 inches high, bracelet, necklace, earring, beautiful clothes, nice 2 boys. She buy groceries, sirloin steak, and peel it $50 was the food stamp. And I follow her. She go into the car, Continental Lincoln, new one. Now I'm 64, heart trouble. Now I have to support them. Lazy American people don't want to work.
Okay, that's probably generally true. Do you have any solution for this? I mean, what do you think should be done?
what American people know, every one of them, but majority, to figure Uncle Sam loaned to them. It's like food stamp. I like to help for the older people, but the young people, when I come to this country, no can talk, no can walk American way, and no education, and I already got to my business 26 years, if something can be done with them kind of people will know when to work. Like I say, American people better wake up. No just but the American government, state, federal, and local people better wake up. With them kind of people, what they say, lazy know when to work, Uncle Sam gave there, they remind me like a communist and they work in collective farm. Because government feed them. And I don't agree with that. Older people, yeah, just like me having old age people and their retirement people or something like that, I don't mind to help. But the young people, I don't agree with it.
Well, do you think it's a flaw in the home or in the school, or where do you think it starts?
That started from the federal government. From the people, started from the people going to the federal government. Whether the federal government no can control marijuana and drug, there's something wrong. It's like a damn aeroplane go in at Kinsley, landed with a bunch of marijuana. How'd that aeroplane get? Was it country? Right from south, fly in here across the United States, way in the middle of United States in Kansas, landed with so many marijuana. There's something wrong. Like I say many times to the hurt me bad. To American kids, American people, was that drug and marijuana. But when the airplane don't get across, I can go in old Mexico, get the tank, military tank, I can drive all the way through across United States, nobody never know it.
Okay, you think then it's lack of government, or is it too much government?
That's not enough government. We have plenty of government, but the government not doing his job. I've been to old Mexico 4 times. Oh, you go into that custom to check you got the husky or they got the something. Well, you can carry anything you want. You can carry marijuana across. What the government up there in the border, I figure border. I passed 18 different borders. But I never see that kind of an American car. You don't see border patrol. You go a little ways, no fence, no nothing. There's just a rush you can walk in right now. Well, our government system, okay. That's the best system in the earth. Our government's written in the Constitution. But some of our government don't go by the Constitution.
Okay, then we need to get back to basics.
You need to go after the government. Of course, me elect the people, but they promise all kinds of stuff, but they don't come through it.
I think probably your message is going to come through loud and clear. And I'd like to thank you for being here this morning. I can't say it's been enjoyable because the things that you're talking about are critical. But it has...
Well, I know that. I know talk like that. Something by the prisoner, by the hungry and that. How come you don't tell me that?
That's what I wanted you to tell us.
Well, you said no, enjoy it.
Well, do you think that would be very enjoyable to listen to? It was, I have learned something. And that's really more important than enjoying.
See, just like me, when I don't work in the shop, I do something else. Raise a garden, raise fruit, hobby, rock polish it, carving wood. Now I started with honeybee.
Oh, yes. Well, to give us a good program here. Thank you so much.
Goodbye.
I want to know how many languages you speak. Surely Russian, German?
I talk Ukrainian, Polish, Russian, German, Czechoslovakia.
Say something in whichever one you prefer.
Що ви хочете? That in Ukrainian language. Як ще маш as Polish language. Вазахсту as German. Что говорите as Russian.
What does it mean? Should we ask?
I mean, як ще маш, how you do. They say just about every word I say it in the Russian, the Polish, that's how you do.
And I'd like to get on tape here the fact that our photographer today is Sharon Jones, whose grandfather came to America from Serbia. So we have a close connection here, and I think we'll say goodbye for now. We have decided to come back for a little bit more here. I forgot to ask Pete how he came to Ulysses, and when, and why.
Well, I met one guy in the Air Force in Germany, in Bavaria, Johnny Barnes. He know my sponsor, but I know him pretty well up there. Then when I come to New York City, take us from Bremerhaven, Germany, to New York, take us 10 days in a ship. We hit the storm. It's supposed to be 7 days, but we hit the storm. Then I changed my sponsor in New York. I don't like the big city. I changed it to Ulysses, Kansas. Because I know one guy here in Ulysses that I might change the sponsor to, he can help me. Yeah, he can help me drink booze. He been an alcoholic. He been a nice guy up there when he come back to the United States. He been rich, have an airplane, and he turned to alcoholic. Now, he already did, I'm still alive. Now, we want to ask about the, what you think about the generation.
Yes, I want to know. What do you think is going to happen to the new generation?
See, I'm not worried for myself. I'm not worried for you and my wife or the older people. But I'm worried for our children and the rest of the children in the United States. And who got the grandchildren, I'm worried for them. What to face it situation in this world. Not just in the world, but right in here in America. Like I mentioned before, so much drug. Second, like I said before about American people, wake up, we're not communists, will take over. The young generation faces bad, bad life.
Well, thank you so much. I've enjoyed it.